It's a zone right now that's proving a little bit difficult to diagnose. The way they're doing a matchup zone.
There's the length at the top of the zone. Messiah the steal! Oh, my goodness! Hard spot tonight with 7 rebounds. Jardier, quick three, up and in. His 5th from downtown. Throws it down the middle. Torres has it. Sets up Charbonneau for the win. Up and in! Up and in! Looks for Cortez. Leans into a three and knocks it down at the buzzer. O'Connell looking for the flush. Is going to throw it down in traffic. Muguruzaga, 2 buzzer beaters to his credit, goes down the lane, double pump.
There it is.
Cut! Another!
Hey,
Another! Fantastic way, double pump. Shot up and in! Up and in! Skips it back, catching fire. 3 up and in! And Bono is up! Bike with the steal! Bike is going to run out the clock! Well, hello everyone, and welcome here to Durham. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham with you, getting set for the 2026 NHIAA Boys Basketball Division I State Championship game. Right here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire. We're presented by Beals Insurance, and of course we're broadcasting in conjunction with the NFHS Network. It's Pinkerton and Trinity. The number 3 seed, the number 4 seed, and a bit of a surprise.
Indeed.
But not really when you dive a little deeper into each team. Pinkerton and Trinity, both 15-3 during the regular season. Mike Dunham had his team playing well in the month of February, so well in fact that they beat previously undefeated Portsmouth not once but twice in the last 3 weeks, including in the semifinals to advance to Championship Sunday. Trinity, as the number 3 seed, they dethroned Bedford in the semifinals. Strong second half for the Pioneers, team effort. And Ray Farmer has perhaps the best defense statewide at his disposal this afternoon. So the high firepower of the Pinkerton Astros versus the chaos and the amoeba defense for Trinity.
Yeah, that's why I think it could be different kind of matchup, right? They usually say, well, defense wins championships, but if you score more points than the other team, that also wins championships as well. So
right.
It just depends on if Pinkerton shoots well today. You know, we've seen them not shoot as well, and they have to kind of change the way they play a little bit if you don't shoot very well. Whereas Trinity's going to play the same way all the time. They're going to mix it up on defense. They're going to press occasionally if they think they can. Try to, put the game played the way they want it to be played. So I'm looking forward to it.
Both of these programs have had success over the years, especially in recent years. In fact, Trinity, they were champs in one of the more thrilling games that we've seen in a state final back in 2022. A big steal at midcourt by Tyler Bike sealed the deal. That was Trinity's last title. Since then, a change at head coach. Ray Farmer has come in. He's been with this group that features 8 seniors for the better part of now 3 seasons. And on the Pinkerton side, Mike Dunham, another young head coach. He's got his team in this spot now 3 of the last 4 seasons. A victory by Pinkerton today would be their 2nd state championship in the last 3 years.
And that's quite the accomplishment as well. They're a huge school, right? Population-wise, they're the biggest, I think, in the state. And then you have Trinity, which is smaller, but they can kind of, seek out some players here and there, get some guys from different districts, and, as they used to say with Catholic schools when I grew up, recruit. But they don't really do that anymore. But you can get players that are pretty good if they really want to come and play for your school and they like what they see. They'll come to a Catholic school. So you have 2 contrasting teams, right? You have a team of a smaller Catholic school and a gigantic public school with a huge history. And, again, they won their championship recently with the best player we've seen in New Hampshire in a really long time. So this is a different type of team that likes to fire up threes and get up and down. Yeah,
you mentioned Jackson Marshall, the standout for Pinkerton, the player of the year with the Astros, brought them to 2 state championship game appearances, runner-up in 23 against Bedford, champs against Nashua North in 24. Then with this group, they failed to make the tournament a year ago, kind of a rebuild year for the program, and Coach Dunham has got them playing well at the right time. They've gotten contributions from their 4 seniors, as well as sophomore Josh Fenor, who has caught fire in this tournament. 30 points in a victory over Bishop Girton in the quarterfinal round. Had 16 points, hit some big shots.
Yeah, he's been good
in the semifinal victory over top seed Portsmouth. So Fenor, despite his youth, one of the players to watch this afternoon.
And he comes out firing fast, right? He comes out attacking the basket, shooting quickly. And then, Wilson Yusuf usually takes his time and eases his way in as far as scoring, but he ends up in the end when the game's over, he ends up with 20 or 25 at most. And then you have Brady Sullivan, named after a building, for goodness sake, who will come in and shake it left hand, right hand, floaters from 5 feet, 7 feet, hit a 3, get 8 rebounds. He's a guy that just does all kinds of stuff. So we'll see what happens today.
We've got 2 rabid fan bases here at the Lundholm Gymnasium. The Pinkerton fans are behind us on the near side of the floor in Astro red and white. The student section is on their feet with homemade signs and waving flags. Same thing on the other side with Trinity. They're in blue and white this afternoon. And as the higher seed, remember this is a 3 versus 4 matchup, Trinity will be in their home whites and Pinkerton will be in the road reds. 30 seconds or less, Justin. What do we watch for? Keys both ways.
Again, like we've seen earlier, nerves at the beginning of a championship game. They've had playoff games, but the championship game on a larger floor with this many people can give you a little pause and make you do some things you don't normally do. So how do they handle that initially, and when do they settle in? Defensively, how will Trinity match up against this high-powered Pinkerton offense, and how will Pinkerton attack that defense in that quick beginning part of the game?
Well, let's send things over to the public address announcer, Sherm Chester, for the starting lineups.
The velvet throat.
NHIAA Division I Boys Basketball Championship game between the Pinkerton Astros and Trinity Pioneers. The championship presented by Hammond Lumber Company. The NHIAA and its member schools want to thank you for coming out to support your team today. High school sports, an extension of the classroom learning experience. The student athletes competing today have worked hard in the classroom and on the court this season. And as we encourage them to demonstrate good sportsmanship, we'd also like to ask you, our fans, help make this event a meaningful one for the athletes by showing respect for your team, the opposing team, the coaches, and officials. In the unlikely event of an emergency or a fire alarm activation, all occupants are to leave the gym via the nearest exit. One more reminder for the safety of the players, coaches, and officials, no fans allowed onto the playing surface at any time, before, during, or after the game. Let's get down to business. The starting lineups for the Astros, number 1, Wilson Yusuf.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include tickets and discount cards to hundreds of local businesses. MG Sports now has a digital platform where athletes can raise funds in the comfort and safety of their own home. So become another athletic program like Bedford, Goffstown, or Memorial that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today. Get ready to elevate your game. At New England Football Academy, they don't just train athletes, they build champions. They're closing the recruiting gap in New Hampshire and across New England with elite-level coaching that sharpens skills, strengthens mindset, and unleashes next-level performance. Based in Manchester, New England Football Academy offers one-on-one sessions, small groups, and full-team training, giving every athlete the tools to lead, compete, and dominate at every level. Scan the QR code on your screen or visit their Instagram at NEF Academy 603. Your journey to becoming elite starts now.
A look at the Trinity student section as we conclude the national anthem. The tone has been set. The first shot has been fired here in the Division I state championship game. Nick Anastas along with Justin Gorham and the rest of our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire crew. We are ready to see this one through. Final game on the final championship afternoon. Pinkerton and Trinity, both teams 15-3 during the regular season. They did meet back on February the 5th. That was an 86-70 victory by Trinity in Derry. So revenge perhaps on the minds of the Astros. Pinkerton, 4 seniors, 3 of them in the starting lineup. Wilson Yusuf, Brady Sullivan, and Adam Ajuz. Ajuz will jump center. Josh Fenor, the high-flying sophomore, is on one wing, and the junior Brady Spellman is on the other. For Coach Farmer, a veteran Trinity team, 8 seniors for the Pioneers, including one of the best on-ball defenders in the business, 6-foot senior Jamar Gregory Aline. Derek Aurelia is the point guard. He's also a senior. In the middle is Connor Bishop at 6'4", another senior. 6'2" senior Connor Cody is at one forward, and at the other is the 6'3" junior Jordan Torres. The officials, Richard Deschard, Jeff Barnard, and Jim Keene. A capacity crowd of better than 5,000 on hand here at the University of New Hampshire. We are live at the Lundholm Gymnasium and underway here in the 2026 Division I State Championship. The ball belongs to Pinkerton. The Astros are in red. Trinity opening up in a man-to-man. This is Wilson Yusuf trying to dance away from the defender. Fenor now takes over. The sophomore has been known to fill it up. He dropped 30 in the quarterfinals. Looks for the first shot here. It goes off the rim twice. Fenor lost his footing going for the loose ball. Cody ends up with it for Trinity, and the Pioneers now on their first trip look to strike first.
Good defensive effort by Trinity early, right away.
Gregory Aline with a tough shot, got it high off the window, and the Pioneers are on the board first.
Really tough shot, went right at him.
Flashing free is Spellman. Sullivan looking to work one-on-one. Now back to Fenor. High arcing three around the rim and out. Spellman offensive rebound.
Spellman's Mr. kind of do everything as well. Who gets some rebounds, hit a couple shots. He is strong like bull as well.
One of Pinkerton's better athletes, one of their standout football players. Giving Pinkerton a second shot here. Minute gone by first quarter. Spellman steps into a two-footer. He's off balance. He misses. Offensive rebound for Sullivan won't go either. And Torres has the rebound for Trinity. Pioneers get the stop they want. Now Derek Aurelia, the point guard, looks to run the offense.
And he got a second shot. Pinkerton had a good rebound inside. Just didn't get it.
Got a moving screen here against Trinity. The first foul either way. It goes against the senior Connor Bishop. Leaned a little bit there into the defender, enough to warrant the whistle.
Although they called those tight all playoffs long.
Off the ball screen, Fenor. Now with his back to the basket, picked up by Bishop. They lob it inside of the 6'5" of Jews, but it's not a clean catch. Taken away instead by Jamar Gregory Aline. He finds Bishop. There's the ball fake, but a travel first.
Again, that's another point of emphasis. The screens and traveling calls. Got to watch your feet. Just doesn't seem like normally we have that many, but when you have three officials, you got two more eyes on the game, and you're going to get more of those calls being made.
Well, Fenor draws a reach-in foul, and that could be number 2 against Bishop.
I think it is. It's on him. A quick substitution.
So Connor Bishop exiting the game very early here in the first quarter. He's got a unique opportunity, a chance to capture both the football and a basketball state championship ring in his senior season. Trinity were champs in Division II back in the fall. Torres has his second rebound off the miss. The Pioneers look to build on a 2-0 lead. Again, Gregory Aline is out the rim, but no good on that attempt. Rebound for Fenor. Pinkerton trying to settle down to your point earlier, Justin, here. 2.5 gone by. Haven't scored yet. They will here.
There it is. I think we set him up. That was a positive jinx.
Brady Sullivan. So good with either hand. Banks it home there with the left to make it 2-2.
He's the master of ambidexterity.
Meanwhile, Aurelia may have taken an extra step.
Yes,
traveling violation.
We didn't see a lot of those travels being called during the regular season. Just didn't have enough officials to do that. But now you're going to see it quite a bit. They got to really think about what you're doing with your feet.
Meanwhile, driving kick. Sullivan is ready to fire, and the 3 is in the hole.
Wide open, Brady Sullivan for a 3.
Saw the reaction from the senior. Let out a roar after his second field goal. Drops from three-point land. It's 5-2 Pinkerton. Astros have scored 5 straight. It's been a multi-minute drought here for Trinity. Aurelia hoping to change that. Gets into the paint. Finds Cody, the shooter. Three-pointer is up and in.
Good look. Nice dribble penetration, kick out. Because right now, Pinkerton's doing a good job denying those entry passes.
Tied at 5.
1-3 apiece.
Midway through first quarter. Pick and roll, Fenor. Nearly bobbled it. Yusuf going to take over. Little confusion defensively. Frees up Sullivan. His 3 is off target. Spellman tracks down the loose ball in the corner. Yusuf looking to free himself up, but good defense there by Cody. Second trip for Pinkerton. Second try, rather, on the trip. High pass, gets away from Sullivan. Aurelia tracks it down. It's an Astro turnover.
Yeah, so far I had a little trouble with those entry passes. A little bit too high. Got to make sure you kind of time them can float those entry passes a little bit. Oh, looks like a good block from here.
We're going to get a Jews with his first. The senior protesting. First team foul against Pinkerton. You see the replay there. So Gregory Aline, who had a tremendous 6 steals in the semifinal victory over Bedford, at the free throw line for the first time, and he knocks it down.
And he's being really aggressive, too, attacking the basket early.
Been a big part of the program over the years, multi-year starter at the varsity level, and win or lose, going to be the final game of his career.
Tough kid.
He's got the friendly roll.
You see August, who just checked in a minute ago, too. He's a guy coming to give you a quick 2, 4, 6, 8 points.
Coach Farmer trying to direct the defense. Charbonneau, the defender. Yusuf off the step back 3, that's short. Fenor offensive rebound, short. Fenor again, short. And there's Torres finally to secure it for Trinity.
Fenor, a couple rebounds, just can't get it to go.
Now Torres, head down, right hand shot, no, but a foul.
I think that's going to be on Fenor.
Foul against Fenor. It's the first against the Pinkerton sophomore. 7-5 Trinity. Just over 3 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Basically a sellout here at the Lundholm Gymnasium. In fact, standing room only at this point.
Yeah, you look at the railings, you look at people sitting on top. It's incredible how many people are here.
We saw the line beginning to form a full 2 hours before game time. There's fans from both the Manchester and Derry areas getting here early.
The Manchester area trying to win its second championship, being the Derry Field's already won one. This would be the second for the Manchester area.
1 for 2 trip for Torres. And now Pinkerton trying to get to work here.
Yeah, that defense right now for Trinity has been so good. You haven't seen very many easy looks.
Spellman from the corner. Misfires. Gregory Aline on the glass. Trinity guard going to float it near side. There's the shooter. Charbonneau for 3, in and out.
In and out. Heartbreak.
Spellman squeezes down for the board. Just 2 field goals here for Pinkerton so far. Sullivan trying to change that with a leaner. Can't get it with the left. The rebound to Jaden August, who just checked in for Trinity.
He comes in usually instant offense for Trinity too. He gets easy, rebound, putbacks, can shoot a little bit. He's got some talent.
Gregory Aline back into the post. The jump hook won't go. Fenor, his 4th rebound already for Pinkerton. Sophomore going to slow it down. The defender cautiously closes the gap. That's Cody. Off the ball screen. Fenor going to change directions. Looks back door for Sullivan. It's too strong. Out of bounds off the right hand of the senior and turned back over to Trinity.
3rd turnover, and that's all because of the defense. You overplay, and then you even do a good job on the backdoor cut, causing a higher pass that just is too high and goes out of bounds.
8-5 Trinity. A matchup of 2 teams that went 15-3 during the regular season. The number 3 and the number 4 seed meet in the championship. The senior Derek Aurelia, one of 8 seniors for Trinity. Hooks up with his classmate Charbonneau. Baseline drive back to Aurelia. Ball fake. Good defense by Fenor. Nothing there. Pass gets away from August. He tracks it down near midcourt. Trinity trying to find their bearings. Deep 3 for Charbonneau.
Oh, man. That was beyond the NBA 3-point line. Holy cow, that man.
Colin Charbonneau, the Merrimack native.
That was
missed
deep.
most of the season with an injury, came back just in time to give his team a boost.
Right? Can you imagine? He comes back and boom, they win the championship.
Meanwhile, strong finish for Brady Sullivan. He's carrying the load for Pinkerton early. 7. All 7 of the Astros points.
That's right. Brady Sullivan 7, Trinity 11.
Final minute, first quarter. Charbonneau picked up by a Jews off the switch. Another high arcer up and in.
Heat check, baby, heat check.
Shades of Steph Curry on that.
Oh, man.
Catch and fire. 2 made threes off the bench for Charbonneau. Pinkerton trying to stabilize. They turn it over instead. Aurelia the steal. Up the floor, too strong. Trying to hook up there with the senior Kevin Doherty. He just made his way into the Trinity lineup. 25 seconds remain. First quarter. A third Pioneer giveaway. Hands the ball back to Pinkerton. They may be thinking final shot.
No, I would. And Charbonneau did not need much space at all on that second one. He just caught, squared up, one dribble, boom.
Spellman down the lane.
That's a confident drive to the basket. I guess not going to settle for the last shot. But
first field goal for the junior. Final 5 seconds. Aurelia into the corner. Gregory Lean throws it off the knee of the defender, Sullivan. It'll stay at this end with less than 2 seconds remaining.
Uh-oh, look who you got back in, Charbonneau. Look out for a 3. Quick inbound pass, maybe a screen.
The inbounder is Gregory Lean. Looking into the corner. Doherty, three-pointer, no good. But a good start for the Pioneers. Trinity a 5-point lead over Pinkerton after 8 minutes of play. The Astros look to respond when we come back. You are watching the 2026 NHIAA Boys Basketball Division I State Championship game. Here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire, we're presented by Beals Insurance, and we're broadcasting in conjunction with the NFHS Network.
Broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include tickets and discount cards to hundreds of local businesses. MG Sports now has a digital platform where athletes can raise funds in the comfort and safety of their own home. So become another athletic program like Bedford, Goffstown, or Memorial that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today. Get ready to elevate your game. At New England Football Academy, they don't just train athletes, they build champions. They're closing the recruiting gap in New Hampshire and across New England with elite-level coaching that sharpens skills, strengthens mindset, and unleashes next-level performance. Based in Manchester, New England Football Academy offers one-on-one sessions, small groups, and full-team training, giving every athlete the tools to lead, compete, and dominate at every level. Scan the QR code on your screen or visit their Instagram at NEF Academy 603. Your journey to becoming elite starts now.
Start of the second quarter here in Durham. Trinity with the basketball and a 5-point lead over Pinkerton, 14-9. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham with you. It's the 2026 NHIAA Boys Basketball Division I State Championship game here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire. We're presented by Beals Insurance, and of course, we're broadcasting in conjunction with the NFHS Network. That was another 2 for Colin Charbonneau. He's got 8 points off the bench for Trinity. Josh Fenor has the answer in the paint for Pinkerton. First field goal for the sophomore makes it 16-11.
Yeah, he needed that. See the ball go in the basket. Oh, Charbonneau and Fuego. You got to guard him right now. You can't. Don't leave him open.
Gregory Lean, a runner, can't bank it. Sullivan wants to run the other way. The Pinkerton senior into the paint, left-hand finish.
All the way down the floor. You can't let that happen if you're Trinity. You got to step up, cut him off. And Gregory Lean's got to mix it up. Can't keep going the same way. Every time goes right, right, right.
Going to come left here. He's shaded by Sullivan.
Look out, look out. We're going to get another heat check.
Here's the red hot Colin Charbonneau. Coach Farmer behind him trying to call out the play. Meanwhile, we have a foul on the defensive end against Elliot Ingraham. The junior just checked in, the 6'5" center. Trying to fight through a screen there, picks up his first foul.
Yeah, you can't hold. You got to let him go set the screen. You can't hold him on that, so that's a good call. And they let it go for a second, too. They were watching to see what would happen. You can't hold and not allow someone to have freedom of movement.
There is Coach Farmer. By the way, his predecessor, Keith Bike, who led Trinity to a championship in 2022, just walked into the gym. This one blocked from behind as Ingraham gets his right hand on the Gregory Lean follow-up. And now Fenor the other way, trying to lead it for Sullivan. Pinkerton can tie it with a three. Fenor trying to do just that. Splash.
And he does. Wow. A barrage of shots all of a sudden. We got a game, Nick. We have got a game.
Fenor with all 5 in the second quarter. And we've got a tie game at 16 with 2 minutes gone by. Backdoor Torres finish. Nice pass from Cody.
Yeah, really good cut, too. Moving without the ball. Got to keep doing that. Torres will get you 15, 16 every night.
First field goal for the junior. 18-16 Pioneers. Fenor, meanwhile, trying to stay hot. They go inside instead. Spellman leaves it for Ingraham. Count it. And the foul.
Nice pass by Spellman as well. Gregory Lean with a foul inside. Got to foul him so he doesn't make that shot or let it go and live to fight another day.
Well, the officials trying to figure out exactly who the foul was on, I believe. Now they're going to report it. It's on Gregory Lean.
Yeah, it should have been. He was right there. He was the one that hit him, and Gregory Lean came out.
So Gregory Lean with his first, and the team's first.
Thinking why they took him out. Maybe he had 2, but first foul.
So Ingraham trying to convert the three-point play, and he does.
Ingraham comes in, doesn't have a ton of minutes, but when he does come in, he rebounds, physical turn of play. He gets in there and just footballs it, right? So you've got to have one of those guys in your team that can set big screens, boxes out, rebounds, and can kind of do some dirty work and make you think about going to the basket.
Meanwhile, there's another shooter on the floor for Trinity. That's the Goffstown native senior Xander McBurney, who's been known to catch fire from three-point land, getting his first minutes here in the second quarter. Doherty going to power it up. Went short, rebound Fenor.
Just short, good move. And Fenor with another rebound for a guard. He's got 5 early.
Yeah. Backdoor, Spellman, Sullivan up top. Couple of crossovers. Finds Spellman, looking to penetrate. Inside for Ingraham. Tough catch for the big man. And a travel.
Didn't think he had the ball, but apparently he did. Got knocked away a couple times when he put it down on the floor.
So Trinity will get it back. 3 minutes in, second quarter. Pioneers down 1. Highly competitive first half so far, as we thought it would be. Trinity an early lead, Pinkerton a response, and now a 1-point difference. McBurney with the big defender on him. Near side, Charbonneau. Is he still hot? He's going to drive. Backdoor, Aurelia, rejected. Blocked by Spellman.
Spellman again doing some dirty work. The little things are important.
To the rim, count that.
Brady Sullivan again, Nick, the left hand. Good timeout call by Coach Farmer.
Timeout, Trinity. Sullivan in double figures now with 11. And that's got the Astro faithful fired up. 21-18 as we near the midway point, second quarter of this state championship affair. You see the block by Spellman, able to elevate, send it back with the right hand, and then Pinkerton, as they've been good really all season at attacking the basket. Sullivan to the rim there, left hand finish. Coach Farmer has seen enough. Timeout, Trinity. All right, we mentioned the big crowds here. Both schools have brought their cheerleading units appropriately here to the state final. That includes the Pinkerton Astro Spirit Squad. They were Division I state champs in both the fall of 25 and this past winter, 2026. 36th state championship, 36th state title by the Pinkerton.
Is that like some sort of record? Or?
Spirit Squad, the cheerleaders.
Gee.
An excellent program, really the standard statewide, and of course the Trinity cheerleaders, good program in their own right. August goes up, coming out of the timeout. Good shot there, but denied near the iron, and Sullivan now working the other way. Sullivan for Spellman. May have been blocked. Ingraham trying to clean it up. Spellman, another skying rebound. Yusuf to Fenor, three-pointer.
Fenor trying to stay hot. He's got a couple. Look out if he gets going. I don't know. They got to slow him down. If he starts hitting, look out.
Largest lead on the board for the Astros. Trinity needs an answer. Cody, near side for Aurelia. Looking to break left, cut off on the baseline, and now pulls it back out. Space hard to come by for the Trinity offense.
Yeah, both defenses doing a good job. Pinkerton's really stepping up, though, containing the paint.
Gregory Lean leaves his feet, bounce pass, set a travel on the catch.
There's another turnover, another travel, another turnover.
Tough catch there, surrounded by red jerseys. Not a real option there for August.
No, not a lot you can do.
24-18, Pinkerton trying to open this up a little bit here. After trailing most of the first quarter, a chance to make it a three-possession game for the first time.
Yeah,
Fenor, drive and kick. Yusuf ready in the corner. One dribble three is a side iron miss. Pinch down rebound goes to Gregory Aline. Trinity looking to push now. Quick shot, Torres, long two. No, August offensive rebound. Keep it right here with the Pioneers. Back up top it goes. They swing it for Cody. Drives the lane. Good ball fake and finish.
Great fake by Cody. Great fake.
Cody's second field goal. This one nearly stolen at midcourt. Spellman finds Yusuf. Three-pointer in the hole.
Yusuf was due. Only had a couple wide open looks. He was due.
First make of the night for Wilson Yusuf, an explosive scorer in his own right. 2 minutes remaining until halftime. A 7-point lead for Pinkerton. Largest lead either way in this first half. Aurelia will pull it out with the dribble. Inside of 2 minutes. Aurelia, again nowhere to go. Back to Gregory Aline. Tough man-to-man defense here by Pinkerton. Up top, Aurelia, gonna drive. Can't get the shot off. Back to Cody, three-pointer. Too strong. Fenor, weak side rebound.
Good rebound by Fenor. A lot of one-on-one right now for Trinity. One-on-one dribbles, attacking, and they're not getting enough ball movement. A lot of guys just standing around.
Fenor spins into the lane and draws a foul.
I mean, that's one-on-one as well, but he drew the foul, and so far he's been hitting shots and drawing fouls. That right-hand, left-hand side shot he does quite a bit. That is hard to stop, and most of the time you're going to get a foul if the defender's on you.
8 points in this first half for Fenor. Got plenty of playing time last year at the varsity level as a freshman. Came off the bench for Coach Dunham. Full-time starter in year number 2 and already one of the state's more explosive scorers.
Oh, absolutely. To me, he looks like a future 30-point per game guy the way he shoots the ball. And he's only going to get stronger as he gets older.
Goes 1 for 2 there. 28-20. This Pinkerton lead continues to grow here late in the first half.
Not a high-scoring game either. Trinity usually puts up more points than this. They may have to mix it up a little bit defensively and do something different.
Charbonneau against Ingraham. Charbonneau gets the step Layup won't go.
Good move. Just
Ingraham trying to secure, and in the end, it's Yusuf for Pinkerton who gets to it.
Good rebound.
Up the floor. Yusuf in attack mode. Finger roll.
Oh, that hesitation. You see that, Nick? Hesitation. Froze Cody right to the basket with a layup. 10-point lead. Wow.
Double-digit margin for the first time here inside the final minute, first half. Coming up at halftime, stats, highlights, analysis, full recap. Three-pointer, Gregory Aline. Off target, ball ends up in the Pinkerton bench, and it's back to the Astros.
Not a great shot, 35.2 to go. You're either going to take the last shot, right, or you want a really good shot. He had a little space, but he's not really known as a three-point shooter. They have three-point shooters in. You had Doherty in. You have, of course, Charbonneau in. And Cody shot well from three.
Pinkerton. Yusuf handling, couple of behind-the-back dribbles. Gets the crowd excited. Ingraham in the corner looking for three, won't get it. Charbonneau, a one-handed board for Trinity. Up the other way, Pioneers trying to beat the clock inside of 10 seconds. Cody never quite had it, lost the basketball. Fenor racing down the other way. Fenor to the rim, gonna beat the rim.
Man.
Coast-to-coast finish puts an exclamation point on the first half for the Pinkerton Astros. 32-20, their largest lead as they head to the locker room.
And on that steal or that play, Fenor had Sullivan ahead, but he just ran by him and laid it up. That's just pure speed. I mean, he saw the clock. He knew he had to get that shot as quick as possible, and he's the fastest guy on the floor. Bang! Look at that. Wow.
Impressive stuff.
What the heck? What is happening?
From the sophomore. Big second quarter for Josh Fenor. Goes coast to coast to beat the buzzer with the layup and bring the first half to a close. Right now, if you're an Astro fan, you're grinning ear to ear. If you're Trinity, a little bit of a cause for concern, down a dozen at halftime.
No, they may have to come out, like I said a minute ago, and do something different defensively. Maybe try and trap Pinkerton early on. They kind of held Pinkerton at bay and didn't let him get easy looks, and all of a sudden Pinkerton hits a couple shots. Fenor starts to get to the basket. I mean, you don't want to wake Fenor up, I got to be honest. Or Yusuf, who just did some shaking and baking there at the end and had defender had fallen all over the place and almost did one of those Sports Center highlight moves for a second, and the crowd could feel it. But oh man, that was a really good ending. That second half of the second quarter was really good for Pinkerton.
Some and one mixtape.
Oh my goodness,
type of stuff there from Wilson Yusuf. 5 points in the first half. Chip it in here. Team effort for Pinkerton. Of course, the tone was set by Brady Sullivan. Came out swinging, and he's the high man at the midway point with 11 for Pinkerton. Funny, he was held scoreless through three quarters in the semifinals the other night.
That's right.
For a strong finish, put Pinkerton over the edge against top seed Portsmouth. Sullivan seemingly picking up where he left off. Coming up, full recap, stats, highlights, analysis, and a look at the earlier action in this gym as the Division II championship was settled. All that and then some in just a moment. 32-20, our halftime score. Pinkerton in front of Trinity. You are watching the 2026 NHIAA Boys Basketball Division I State Championship game right here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire, presented by Beals Insurance and broadcasted in conjunction with the NFHS Network.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include tickets and discount cards to hundreds of local businesses. MG Sports now has a digital platform where athletes can raise funds in the comfort and safety of their own home. So become another athletic program like Bedford, Goffstown, or Memorial that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today. Get ready to elevate your game. At New England Football Academy, they don't just train athletes, they build champions. They're closing the recruiting gap in New Hampshire and across New England with elite-level coaching that sharpens skills, strengthens mindset, and unleashes next-level performance. Based in Manchester, New England Football Academy offers one-on-one sessions, small groups, and full-team training, giving every athlete the tools to lead, compete, and dominate at every level. Scan the QR code on your screen or visit their Instagram at NEF Academy 603. Your journey to becoming elite starts now.
It's halftime here in Durham, where we've got ourselves a 12-point basketball game. Pinkerton out in front of Trinity, 32-20. And as we look back at that first half, full team effort for the Astros. Josh Fenor, Brady Sullivan, 11 points apiece. Brady Spellman is the high man on the window with 6 rebounds. And most importantly, the defense has been able to force some Trinity mistakes, force a low shooting percentage from the Pioneers, and particularly in that second quarter, held Trinity to just 6 points on the offensive end. So it's the Astro defense here in the state championship game that has been the headline so far.
Yeah, 23-6 run for Pinkerton in that second quarter. That you can't allow that. If you're a team like Trinity that plays defense the way they do, they can't allow that many points. And 23-6 is too much. You got to go back to what they've been doing all year. Bring that defense back. Bring that amoeba back. Give me some chaos. Press a little bit. Half-court trap. Something that they've done all year that's been successful. Right now they've just been playing straight man. And they started out well, played really well, contained Pinkerton, for the most part, to 9 points in the first quarter. But if a couple of those guys start to get, going a little bit for Pinkerton, they're hard to stop. So you got to change your defense up maybe and try and attack that offense from Pinkerton a little bit differently than you did the first half.
Pioneers looking for their second. They're really looking for a second score, is what we should say. Colin Charbonneau off the bench led Trinity in that first half with 8 points. The senior has fought his way back from an injury that cost him most of the season, but he was the most prominent shooter in the first half for the Pioneers. Coach Farmer will look for a second option. And then for Pinkerton, well, they've got so much juice, so to speak. If you try to speed them up with any kind of press, they can beat you in transition just as easily as they can beat you in the half-court set.
Yeah, Fenor is just so fast. Like we said at the very end there, he went to the basket because I think if he would have passed it, it would have slowed it down. He had to go. Sullivan was there, and he just blew right by Brady Sullivan and laid it up because he saw the clock. And that was a smart, it looked selfish almost, but it wasn't. It was smart because he's so fast.
Fenor will inbound the basketball to begin the third quarter. The Astros with possession and a 32-20 lead. Pinkerton looking for their second Division I state championship win in 3 seasons. They were champions back in 2024. Trinity, under head coach Keith Bike, were kings in Division I in 2022. Three-pointer for Sullivan off target, and an over-the-back call is going to go against the Jews.
You got to get more. If you're Trinity, you got to get more out of Torres. He's only got 3 points.
It's a good box out by Torres.
Yeah, great box out. And with the box out, though, that rebound, I didn't see much there. I mean, he jumped straight up, getting pushed into. Again, that's where, great box out usually gets you a foul. Even if it may not be normally, that gets you a foul in a great box out.
Torres catching fire around the rim and out. Sullivan's there on the rebound for Pinkerton.
At least he's going for it. He's got to make sure he takes some shots. Torres has got to be active. He's got to be present. And he's got to contribute to his team here offensively.
Meanwhile, Sullivan lost the handle. Ajuz bails him out. The center goes down the middle with a dribble and lost that as well. Defender poked it away. It'll stay with Pinkerton. Nearly a minute gone by, third quarter. Championship weekend here on the campus of the University of New Hampshire. An annual event here in mid-March as Ajuz misfires. Cody trying to run the other way for Trinity. Cody to Torres. Good step through and finish there. Little scooper off the window. Hoping to ignite the squad. 5 now for Torres. Here's the press we were looking for.
That's it. That's what they need. Got to mix it up. Probably on a made basket.
Sullivan in the middle. Won't get there. Another rebound for Cody.
When you give up that kind of shot, you're okay with that shot. Even Brady Sullivan with a great left hand, you're okay with that.
Trinity down 10. A collision in the paint between Torres and the defender Ajuz. And Ajuz is going to pick up his third foul.
That's big. That is big. Although, when you had Ingraham in the first half, Ingraham was good. Rebounding, offensive rebounds, played well in the first half.
Ingraham right back in, 100 seconds into the quarter. Trinity trying to make it a single-digit difference again. They've got Connor Charbonneau back in the game. His three is teed up from the corner, no good. Sullivan a skying weak side rebound, his fifth.
Not a bad look in the corner on the throwback, but a little off balance initially.
Well, Wilson finds Ingraham. He's got plenty of space. Pull-up pop is short. Kept alive by Spellman and finished by Sullivan. What hustle.
Man, there's Spellman again with that hustle play.
13 for Sullivan, 6 rebounds for Spellman.
Yeah, Spellman, I'm telling you, does all the dirty work. And he gets you a couple baskets here and there. He's just a strong kid.
This one, miscommunication. Pass ends up out of bounds. It's turned back over to Pinkerton.
A little bit high. Again, I've seen Trinity a little out of sorts. I'll tell you what, this Pinkerton defense has stepped up. This is some of the best Pinkerton defense we've seen all year. Causing problems right now for Trinity.
Both these teams were 15-3 during the regular season as Torres swallows up the Youssef miss. Torres had it poked loose by Spellman as he reaches in to knock it away. It'll stay with Trinity.
I like seeing Torres active and trying to be aggressive offensively. And Spellman's playing some defense, so right there, slide, get in front, those hands on the ball.
Meanwhile, Connor Bishop played limited minutes in that first half due to foul trouble. Going to give his team a spark here in the third quarter. Goes up and under for 2 and the foul.
That's a good move.
In fact, Bishop didn't even show up in the box score. Only played about a minute and a half before picking up 2 quick ones to begin the game. Gets inside of Ingraham there and scores over the shoulder.
Yeah, right hand, left hand side, reversed. That's a tough shot.
Free throw, back iron miss. Offensive rebound, Torres may have been partially blocked. Torres steals it away and draws a foul.
Yes, he does. Ingraham got to hang on to the ball. Got a good rebound. He's got to hang on to it.
So we get a look there. Looks like it was an outlet pass that was tipped. Ends up with a steal as Torres gets his right hand on it. Puts up the shot with the left as he tumbles to the ground. Third on Ingraham. So Ajuz and Ingraham, both 6'5" centers for Pinkerton, in foul trouble with 3 apiece.
So if you're okay, now here's what you do though. You bring in Malik Solomon. Played quite a bit when we saw them at one point during the year, so he can play. There's no doubt about it. He can play.
He's a 6'4" junior.
He can shoot a little bit too. One of the big men that can shoot.
Getting his first action here in the third quarter. Torres, cool as a cucumber in a bowl of hot sauce. 2 for 2 there and 3 of 4 at the line. Meanwhile, Spellman finds Fenor. 3-pointer too strong. Spellman again gets to the loose ball.
Another rebound.
And what do we have here? A foul against Bishop. Yes, sir. That's number 3.
That's his third as well. Get Charbonneau back in there to fire up some threes.
Going to take Bishop out. Unfortunately, it's been an ongoing battle with the foul situation for the senior, Connor Bishop. Meanwhile, this pass goes off the back of one of the defenders. Spellman recovers inside Yusuf, pivots, banker, no. And now it's a jump ball in the lane. Here comes Urelia the other way. Numbers for Trinity. Urelia going to pull it back out instead. Coach Farmer wanted to push the basketball there. Instead, he sees Charbonneau go to the rim. That won't happen. Spellman and Cody are called for a jump ball.
Now to stay here. Good battle between those two.
Two of the tougher kids on the floor, frankly.
Absolutely. Strong kids. 2 strong kids.
34-26. Pinkerton with an 8-point lead. The Astros have played with the lead most of the way. As we are now 3 minutes into this third quarter. Gregory Aline attacking off the switch. Count it, and the foul.
Mismatch. You saw the mismatch. You took advantage of it. Making a run, Nick. They're making a run.
And we saw this early in the game. The point guard looking to attack off the dribble.
Yeah, and he goes the same way, right? He attacks right, got a strong right-hand move. If you are Pinkerton, you have to help each other out. You got to communicate and get there and help. I guess, or when you bring in Malik Solomon, he can't guard him quick enough.
Gregory Aline, 7 points after converting the free throw. More pressure from Trinity. Skip pass gets it into the front court. Sullivan puts it on the deck. Pinkerton's lead is down to 5. They go inside, and Sullivan's got his first basket.
I told you, he can score, and that's a good pass, and they have confidence in him as well.
Meanwhile, this one gets away from Gregory Aline, and a carry is called.
It looked like his hand stayed on top, just got away from him.
Turnover number 7 for Trinity. Pinkerton a 7-point advantage as we near the midway point third quarter, and here's that 2-2-1 press again.
Yeah, I love the press. They got to make sure you look toward the middle, and they lob it.
Torres intercepts. Urelia behind the back, looks for the layup, and he finds his teammate for 2. Gregory Aline the finish, and here comes Trinity. They're back within 5. Trailed by a dozen at halftime.
Can't lob the ball when you're trying to break a press. You lob the ball, you're destined to lose it.
Sullivan wraparound pass won't get through. Knocked out of bounds by the Pioneers.
That would have been a tough one. If he got that pass off, left hand wraparound in the air, man alive, that would have been a tough one.
You see there the Trinity defense coming up with a steal, and then a nice pass by Aurelia. Ends with a layup for Gregory Aline, who now has 9 points to lead Trinity. Spellman for 3, you bet.
I'll tell you what, Spellman he got a save down there that he shouldn't have got. He's getting rebound. That right now, he's my in-game MVP right now, just because he's doing so much to contribute.
Second field goal for the junior. 5 points, 8 rebounds for the 5'9" junior.
Right, the 5'9". Fire plug. Look at him, strong. Look at him battle Torres inside, too.
Charbonneau, Torres, 16-footer. Back iron miss. Urelia, offensive rebound. Back to Charbonneau, looking to drive. There's the cutter. It's Gregory Aline for the finish.
Good pass.
Big quarter for Jamar Gregory Aline. 7 of his 11 since halftime. Meanwhile, Spellman looks up at Solomon, who thought about it. The junior spins and draws a foul. No, it's a traveling violation.
No, I think you were right the first time.
Oh, it was?
Foul. Yeah, on the ground. I think on the floor. But they did call a foul. Didn't see.
We got the replay here. Solomon
Torres,
contact
maybe?
with Torres, and yes, Torres picks up his first.
Oh, it's good. Only 1 foul for Torres. You got to keep him safe.
Just the second team foul for Trinity. Inside of 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Fenor dribbled that one off the foot. Foot race to it. Aurelia against Spellman. Broke it up, stolen by Spellman. Spellman up the floor to Sullivan. Into the corner for Youssef. Back to Spellman. 2 dribbles into the corner. Sullivan 3 in the hole.
What a turn of events. Holy cow. And who made all that happen? Spellman. Man, Spellman. Come on.
42-33s. Brady Spellman continues to impact the game, and Sullivan as well, starting to put together a complete work of art here. Another steal. Pioneers starting to have some trouble hanging on to the ball. 5 turnovers in the first half, 5 more in the third quarter. This one out of bounds, and the officials say
stay in here.
It stays here inside of 2 minutes to go, third quarter.
A little too much, I'm going to say it right, a little too much dribbling for both teams. Right? You're better when you move the ball, passing cut, just keep moving. And you're trying to dribble what? To get out of trouble or to go to the basket. That's why we dribble.
McBurney has come back in for Trinity. McBurney going to come over and offer a double team. Spellman skips it back near Son on the bounce for Yusuf. Sullivan pulls the trigger on a baseline, Jay. It won't go. Another rebound for Jaden August. Charbonneau's open 3 is too strong. Weak side. It's up for grabs. It's out of bounds. And it's back over to Pinkerton.
Good hustle by Gregory Aline. Just couldn't get to it.
There we see the replay. Charbonneau, pretty good look there. Knocked down 2 deep threes in the first half, but unable to find the touch from downtown since.
Hot early.
Got a timeout here by Coach Dunham. Pinkerton has rebuilt a sizable lead here. They led by a dozen at the break. Trinity closed the gap to 5 moments ago. The Bulge is back to 9 at 42-33.
Yeah, a couple of costly turnovers and, both ways actually. This hasn't been a very clean third quarter right now so far with a minute 20 left. A lot of back and forth turnovers, missed shots. But if I'm Coach Dunham right now, talk to my team, tell them to calm down a little bit. Don't over dribble. You're facing a defense that now has changed a little bit. They're trying to trap. They're trying to get turnovers, create steals. So you got to be sharper with the basketball on the offensive end if you're Pinkerton.
It's been a long journey to Championship Sunday for both of these schools. Pinkerton, after winning the whole thing in 24, failed to make the tournament last year. Back with a vengeance. After a 15-3 regular season, they've won 7 straight. That includes tournament victories over Dover, Bishop Girton, and Portsmouth. For Trinity, they're in the finals for the first time under their current head coach, Ray Farmer. They won the whole thing before Farmer arrived back in 2022. Play resumes, and that's well drawn and well executed. Fenor for 3 out of the corner. He's got 14, and the 12-point lead has been rebuilt here with a minute to go in the third quarter.
Great look, too. Right in, right back to the corner, wide open. You can't leave him open. Yusuf, Fenor, Brady Sullivan, you can't leave those guys open or they're going to make you pay.
Timeout, Trinity. Coach Farmer did not appear to like how that play was unfolding. Wants to pump the brakes here. First Trinity timeout of the second half, inside of 54 seconds to go in this third quarter.
Yeah, I don't think he liked that defensive stance in the last possession when they hit the 3 wide open in the corner. As a defensive team, you're going to have lapses occasionally, especially as a high school team, every level. It doesn't matter what you do, you're going to have a lapse, and you're going to give up shots like that. But right now, with under a minute to go in the third, you really have to make an effort not to give those up. Right? If you're going to give them up different times, but not now when you're down 12 points already. Yeah, that's a tough one to come back from too. It's a lot of points. Firepower is an issue. Unless Torres really starts to kick it into gear. I mean, he's got 7 points. He's got to get more than that. Torres has got to get 20 if they want to win.
7 and 5 so far for Torres, the 6'3" junior for Trinity. His running mate, Connor Bishop, they formed a nice 1-2 punch, center and power forward spot, but Bishop's minutes way down today due to foul trouble to start both halves. Here's a turnover. Charbonneau's pass is intercepted by Fenor. Sullivan's open, 3-pointer around the rim and out. A good rebound for August. Trinity the other way. 30 seconds to go, third quarter. Pioneers down a dozen. McBurney tries his hand at a 3. That won't go. Rebound in a crowd. for Sullivan. And now Pinkerton will slow for the final shot here with 15 seconds remaining.
Yeah, against a defense like this, too, you want to take the last shot, get you a 14 or 15-point lead.
The foul off the switch. It's on McBurney.
You can afford that. It's only their third. They got one more to give.
Comes with 10 seconds remaining.
So if you can get somebody without foul trouble and you have to give a foul, that's okay.
Yusuf, Fenor, floater.
Oh, that kid is tough. Fenor is tough.
Largest lead for Pinkerton. Final shot off the rim for Gregory Aline, and Pinkerton is in pole position here at the final turn. Standing ovation from the Astro faithful who have made the trip from Derry. 47-33 is the Pinkerton lead through three. Will it hold? Do we have another championship plaque headed to the academy, or does Trinity somehow, some way come back in quarter number 4? We find out next. The conclusion to the season on the other side. You are watching the 2026 NHIAA Boys Basketball Division I State Championship game, presented by Friday Night Lights New Hampshire and in conjunction with the NFHS Network.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include tickets and discount cards to hundreds of local businesses. MG Sports now has a digital platform where athletes can raise funds in the comfort and safety of their own home. So become another athletic program like Bedford, Goffstown, or Memorial that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today. Get ready to elevate your game. At New England Football Academy, they don't just train athletes, they build champions. They're closing the recruiting gap in New Hampshire and across New England with elite-level coaching that sharpens skills, strengthens mindset, and unleashes next-level performance. Based in Manchester, New England Football Academy offers one-on-one sessions, small groups, and full-team training, giving every athlete the tools to lead, compete, and dominate at every level. Scan the QR code on your screen or visit their Instagram at NEF Academy 603. Your journey to becoming elite starts now.
Another three-point field goal to start the fourth quarter for Pinkerton's Josh Fenor. Spellman now with the steal, leaves it off the glass. Fenor with the follow and the foul.
Fenor again. Spellman with, what do we call effort? How do we spell effort, Nick? S-P-E-L-L-M-A-N. That's how you spell effort today.
You see Spellman the steal, his layup attempt rolls off the rim. Fenor crashing hard, able to follow it up. Had Torres on his back. Foul goes against the junior, his second. And all of a sudden, a 19-point lead has ballooned here in Durham. Pinkerton out in front, 52-33. Missed free throw. It's tipped back to Spellman for yet another rebound. And now another possession for the Astros. Pinkerton, the number 4 seed in this year's Division I tournament. a 15-3 regular season. Looking for their 4th tournament win here tonight to seal the deal. The rebound there collected by August. He's pulled in a handful of boards off the bench. Torres for 3. That one halfway down. Spellman, another rebound.
9 rebounds for the 5. What? 9? 5? Well, he's lucky if he's 5'9". He's probably about 5'7". Spellman.
Playing like he's 6'7" tonight.
Telling me.
52-33, minute gone by, 4th quarter. Killer crossover, short follow. You bet. Off the window. Fenor doing a little bit of everything here.
Come on, man.
Had 11 in the first half. And he's got 12 since. That's a game high 23.
Oh, my goodness.
Meanwhile, August slicing and drawing a foul.
That's a Jules 4th foul, right? No, Jules with another one. Hasn't been able to play much because of foul trouble today. He's been good in the playoffs, Jules, but today 4 fouls, 0 points, and a rebound.
Yeah, he's been another one battling the foul trouble. Sometimes when you collect them early, it can be hard the rest of the way to get back in the rhythm sometimes.
It is. You're a little bit tentative going forward just because you're worried about it. In this game, there are no more games. You can't worry too much.
August missing the first. 6'2 senior, one of 8 seniors set to graduate in a few months for Trinity. Going to be a big loss for the program.
Well, he's been really good off the bench. He's got 5 rebounds. Usually gets you some more points even than that. And you see we bring Connor Bishop back in the game, which is good. Bring more experience back in the game.
Starter has not played much today due to foul trouble. Rebound there for Cody is his 5th. Pioneers not done yet, down 20 though, with 2 minutes gone in the 4th quarter. Cody stop and pop banker, no. Torres wrestles free the offensive rebound and puts in a jump hook.
Good rebound with Torres. Nice shot.
He's going down swinging.
Not good.
Torres with 6 of his 9 in the second half. Meanwhile, heck of an effort results in a turnover. Great defensive play by the senior Jamar Gregory Aline, able to strip and then spike to ensure the possession.
That's a heck of a play. That's their 4th turnover. Only their 4th turnover in the second half. Pinkerton done a good job hanging on to the ball despite the press. Look out, Charbonneau. Deep 3.
Too deep.
A little bit too deep.
Rebound for Fenor. That's his 9th. And again, he's got a game high 23 points. Sophomore has had an outstanding tournament. He shined very brightly amongst the stars today. Meanwhile, Sullivan just quietly giving it to him. 7 more since halftime and 18 for the senior in his final game. The lead back to 20. Meanwhile, Charbonneau heads up. Hard landing, didn't appreciate it. Gets up a little heated.
Just a foul, didn't see much there. Kind of stuck his hand in and got a foul. I don't think they heard when it was going to happen or when the foul occurred. Thought it was on the shot, but it was not. Just walk away. Everybody just be cool. You're getting frustrated. So the ball's going to go out of bounds, probably underneath the basket. There's no shot. That's not a continuation foul like in the NBA. I think the official called the foul way up top, so it went out of bounds.
Meanwhile, Coach Dunham trying to emphasize to his team, hey, this one not over here. 5 minutes to go. Nobody wants to lose their cool. Don't be provoked. Finish this thing strong, I think the message from the Astros sideline.
Absolutely. They did a good job not biting on that. Coming back, Charbonneau was upset. And, they may have said something or smiled a little bit, but they didn't come back. And nobody squared off or anything wacky like that. We don't want to see that.
So Charbonneau to the bench. And now an interior pass deflected. McBurney recovers and draws a shooting foul. The Goffstown native, the seniors, Andy McBurney. Part of this deep, deep rotation for Trinity throughout the season.
Yeah, he played a lot earlier on in the year, too. So he can play. He can fill it up.
He's got his first point today. Trinity 15-3 during the regular season. They beat Pinkerton heads up a little over a month ago in early February. So the tiebreaker ended up with the Pioneers. Is this one a jump ball? Sullivan and Bishop tied up, so the possession arrow will keep it with Trinity.
Yeah, I think we'll stay here. Give Connor Bishop a rebound.
Bishop, tough shot.
Really tough shot.
Not sure I got that one off.
I don't either.
Tough angle. Second field goal for the senior. 56-39. Spellman, quick shot. No. Push back in the air. There's Bishop. Big two-hand rebound for the Trinity senior. Pioneers down 17, looking to trim the gap further. Torres, leaner, won't get it. Slapped in the air. Torres comes down, goes back up, and will head to the free throw line.
He's getting after it. He's working hard. You just got to make sure you got to finish those shots.
Closing in on a double-double here in the championship. 9.7 rebounds unofficially, and you see they're surrounded by red jerseys. Draws the foul on Spellman. It's the second on Spellman.
Yeah, Spellman's in there bouncing around again, trying to rebound with the big fellas. He just keeps trying, hitting the ball, tipping it, doing whatever he can.
Now this may or may not be a factor, but now 4 team fouls against Pinkerton.
Free throw time in the end. If you're Pinkerton, though, going forward, you just don't want to foul very much. You don't want to lengthen the game.
Right.
You want to shorten the game. You got 4 minutes and 36 seconds left. Come down, run your offense, and tell your team, maybe call a timeout. That's 4 timeouts and say, listen, we're not fouling anymore. Stop fouling.
Torres has hit 4 straight at the line. He's got 11 points to lead Trinity. And maybe one last gasp effort here by the Pioneers. Down 15, looking to force a turnover at midcourt. Sullivan keeps the ball, dribbles out of a double team, and gets it over to Spellman. Coach Dunham says move the basketball as we near the midway point. Fourth quarter, here's a steal. Cody throws it down the floor. Bishop finds Torres, the trailer, attacks and scores off the glass.
Here they come, making a run. It's a game of runs.
There's the timeout. A full timeout called by Coach Dunham.
Good call.
Trying to stop this run in its tracks here. This team a moment ago up 20, down to 13 here, 56-43.
And again, with the three-point shot, with turnovers, up against it with the foul situation, a lot of free throws. You got to play good defense. Don't turn the ball over, and don't force anything. You mentioned this last game too. What do we do in the end? Or what do? You want to run some clock. You don't have to score. You don't force the issue when you're up. Right now, you're up 13. So you run the clock down till you get a really good open look, preferably a layup, and see what you get from there. Because Trinity can come back, a couple threes, and all of a sudden it's a totally different game.
Meanwhile, one of your keys for Trinity was the play of junior center Jordan Torres. He's elevated his game here in the second half.
Yeah, he has. He stepped it up, and he's got to continue. You can't let up. You got to continue to try and attack and score, get to the free throw line. 15-footers, 17-footers. He can shoot. Make them foul you, right? Make them foul you, get some free throws, and you just get stops. So this press, they can get some turnovers if Pinkerton gets sloppy like that.
Ball loose. Doherty on the ground for Trinity, and a jump ball results.
Yeah, it's going to go stay with Pinkerton. But again, they're getting sloppy. That is sloppy basketball against the press. You got to zip it, move the ball, pass and cut, and try and get open. Too much standing, too much dribbling. Coach
Farmer liked the effort defensively from his team as they look to erase what was a 20-point deficit. Spellman into the front court. Fenor had it ripped loose by Cody. Up ahead to Doherty for the finish.
Nice play, another turnover. Here they come, down 11.
Pioneers creating chaos, as we talked about. And another near steal here as Bishop comes crashing into the scorer's table.
And that's what they have to do. They have to create chaos. They're going to run out of time if they're not careful. So you got to get lots of quick baskets here at the end. Keep that defense on. That press is good.
Fenor into the front court. Over to Ingraham. Back to the sophomore Fenor. He's double teamed immediately. As he's been the primary ball handler tonight. Cody gets him from behind again. Cody to the tin. Looking to draw contact. Left it short as a result. And it's tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Trinity.
Another turnover. 8 for Pinkerton because of that defense here in the second half. And they're being sloppy with the ball. Too much dribbling. Not enough. Fanura can't go 1-on-3. It's just not going to work. Great block by Sullivan.
Tough shot there. Ball ends up out of bounds, but will stay at this end of the floor.
Sullivan with a good block from behind on that Cody 2-footer. Now you bring in August as a better scorer probably than Connor Bishop.
McBurney, tough three in the corner. Spellman the rebound, long outlet. Yusuf to Sullivan for 2.
Now see, good break on the rebound. Unselfish play by Yusuf.
McBurney's got the answer.
McBurney, I'm telling
That's
you.
a 3, and that's his first field goal. (58-48), 2.5 to go. Pioneers have cut the margin in half, but still work to do, and the clock's starting to become a factor as well. Meanwhile, Spellman tried to keep it alive, and then is called for a loose ball foul.
Had the ball in his hand, right? What did I miss?
You see there, Spellman tried to throw it off the leg of McBurney and then took the guard's legs out from underneath him. Pinkerton's lead is 10. 2:26 remaining. The Astro fans on their feet here. Now a response from the Trinity faithful as the back and forth continues between the fan bases.
We're shooting a couple free throws. Like you said, we're going to be free throw mode here for the end. Every time Pinkerton decides to foul. Press is really wreaking havoc. And the defense is wreaking havoc right now for Trinity, doing a good job pressuring everybody.
If you're Trinity, you want Torres at the free throw line. He's hit 4 straight. And there it is.
It seems to happen to us.
Broadcaster's jinx.
Once a game, right? We've had a couple positive jinxes too. So.
Or it could be the 30 minutes that he's logged tonight.
It could be a little moderate fatigue levels, right?
Right.
I'm gonna say it's that.
One more for the junior, too strong, and then Gregory Aline rips free the rebound. Quick shot off the glass, no. Spellman had it, loose, Spotty's on the floor, still loose in the corner. Picked up by Cody, he's knocked down and fouled.
He'll go to the free throw. I don't know. I can't figure out who had a rebound there. I'm gonna take some guesses. Maybe, let's see. Ingraham might have had one. Cody might have had one. Sure. Now he's going to shoot his first 2 free throws of the game.
Cody putting together a strong game. 5 points, 6 boards, 2 steals unofficially, and again, pure effort to secure that one. But can't convert on the front end of the free throw. It's his first trip to the line tonight.
All of a sudden, too, they're missing free throws. This is the time when you have to make the free throws down 10.
Another miss.
Oh, another foul. This time on Ingraham again, knocking down Connor Bishop.
Comes away from the basketball.
2 more free throws. Okay, keep this in mind, Nick. Just looking at the free throw situation. 20 free throws for Trinity, 4 for Pinkerton.
Wow. Bishop knocks down the free throw. 9-point game, 58-49, 2:13 to go. One more for the right-hander. Throws it off the rim, but left early. Crossed the line before the ball hit the rim.
Gotta wait for it.
So a violation.
Gotta wait for it.
Kind of a gutsy play there.
I mean, it was.
By Bishop.
You can make it work, but...
Meanwhile, another steal in the backcourt. Doherty attacks and is fouled on the way up. Suddenly Pinkerton having problems against this Pioneer press.
Yeah, they're just kind of being sloppy, getting the ball up the floor. They got to make sure their best ball handlers need to have the ball in their hands in the backcourt.
There you see the Pioneer students Not sure if right now is the right time to make noise with your own player at the free throw line, but
you might want to be quiet and kind of, let the other guys make noise. You don't want to help them out.
Right. Doherty short on the first. Another player who came back from a lengthy injury. 0 for 2, Sullivan the board, and then a timeout.
Timeout, good
by
call,
Coach
the
Dunham.
timeout. You got to make sure, he's got timeouts left, but you got to calm your guys down a little bit. They're just turning the ball over left and right. They got 10 turnovers in the second half, Pinkerton. 10 turnovers due to the pressure of Trinity. This is desperation basketball here at the end. Trinity was down 20, and they're playing desperation basketball to get the lead down to 9. So, if you're Pinkerton, you just got to make sure you handle the ball. Get the ball across half court. Run your press break if you have a press break. Right now, you don't see much of an organized press break. They get the ball in the bounds, the guy dribbles around, jumps in the air, throws it, and turns it over. So what's your press break when you run against a team like this? You swing the ball back and forth, rotate the defense on the press, look to get the ball to the middle. Sidelines are open. Sometimes the opposite. Don't lob the ball. You can see some open areas, and they're not getting the ball there, though. They're not seeing those spots.
Been a fun chess game to watch between Pinkerton head coach Mike Dunham and Trinity head coach Ray Farmer. Both guys still young, very enthusiastic, got a passion for the game and the program, and they have been successful upon their arrivals. All right, Spellman was set to inbound, and now the official, Richard Deschard,
You got a bleeder.
is signaling that, yes, it's Spellman who has to retreat to the bench here.
Just put a little tape on there, and look at that. Oh, that's a nice bandage. Good work.
So a brief delay here with 2:05 remaining. If you're just joining us, Trinity led early, 14-9 after one. Big run and a big turnaround in favor of Pinkerton in the second quarter. Gave the Astros a big lead at halftime, 32-20. That grew to 47-33 after 3 quarters and ballooned all the way up to a 20-point deficit in the opening minute of this fourth quarter. Since then, Trinity has chipped away and are back within 9. That's shouting distance, 3-possession game.
Indeed
But
it is.
Pioneers are fighting a 2-front war, both the Astros and the clock.
They are, no doubt about it. Now you got a 158. Handle the ball, take your time, don't force anything, and don't turn the ball over. They broke the press last time perfectly, right? Inbound, boom, flash to the middle, go. That's kind of how you do it. Good press break the last time down. No free throws still, out of bounds. It's only, the fourth foul, so the next one.
Right, the Pioneers had one to give, they just gave it. Second on Gregory Aline.
Going to have to give it and hope they miss free throws now. Because now, if they're going to hold the ball, you're going to have to start fouling.
Minute 48 remaining. August comes back in for Bishop as Coach Farmer continues to make subs for Trinity. Cody on the floor, replacing the 5'10 junior Julian Parrott, who had just checked in a short while ago. Spellman, the inbounder, looking, finds Sullivan. Foul given immediately by Torres, and I believe that is number 4 against Torres. No, it's number 3.
He can't afford to foul out either. You got to make sure.
Okay, so that's 3. He's okay for now.
Get some other guys to foul, right? Whoever's not in foul trouble right now, like you can use. Who do we have here? We have Kevin Doherty's not in foul trouble. What else do we have here? August only has 1 foul, just looking up at the board, so you can get some other guys to foul.
Meanwhile, Brady Sullivan has done a little bit of everything this season for Pinkerton, and again this afternoon. First trip to the line, hard to believe. He goes 1 for 2 there. Rebound for Bishop, who's back in the game for Trinity. Pioneers down 10, 100 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Shot there, may have been tipped. Spellman the rebound. Torres knocks it loose. Fenora's on the ground, and he calls for time. Heady play by the sophomore. He's granted the timeout after signaling for the TO from the ground, and that fires up the Astro fans. It's Pinkerton possession, 1:32 to go, and a 10-point lead on the board as the Astros look to close in on their second Division I championship in the last 3 years.
They have one timeout left, so if they get in trouble, Pinkerton has to debate, do we call it? Do we let something else happen? The possession arrow is going in favor of Trinity right now. So you want to make sure you don't turn the ball over. You don't put yourself in a situation where it's a jump ball if you can avoid it. You got to zip the ball to each other. Let's see if they run their press break again correctly. Ball goes inbounds, right to the middle. Nice flash those two guards at the elbow because they're giving them the inbound pass.
Sullivan left open. They go to him. He attacks the middle, left-hand dribble. Whips it to a Jews on the wing. Yusuf back to Sullivan, and that's a layup.
Way too easy. That was the easiest press break they've had all night.
Coach Dunham likes where his team is right now, up a dozen. As we see an air ball from three-point land, give the ball right back to Pinkerton. Some folks starting to hit the exits here with 1:12 to go. We do not want you to go anywhere. We've got exclusive interviews coming your way, along with the trophy presentation. We'll look to speak with the winning head coach, some of the players as well. Perhaps the best part of the broadcast coming up during the postgame. 61-49. Another foul is going to stop the clock with 1:07 remaining, and now you can see some of the Pinkerton players start to smile a little bit out on the floor. Of course, they did it 2 years ago on the back of Jackson Marshall, really a generational player. Averaged nearly 38 points a game that season in 2024 for Pinkerton.
Just too big to stop.
Left some big shoes to fill upon his graduation 2 years ago. And it took Coach Dunham and his staff really 2 years to rebuild. They missed the tournament last year. They come back this year with a vengeance, 15-3, and now on the verge of another state championship in 2026.
Absolutely.
Fenor with a game-high 25 points. An 8th rebound for Sullivan. Fenor up in the air for Yusuf, tried to stuff it. Doherty the other way for Trinity. Doherty all the way to the cup. A wild bank attempt, no. Rebound for Cody, still working, and draws a foul. That will freeze the clock with 43 seconds.
I like the effort, right? Don't stop working. I mean, the game is essentially over. We know that, but that's okay. Keep up the effort. Oh, and now Coach Farmer and Coach Dunham will get some subs in. Some guys in, give them a little bit of experience that haven't played yet.
The Jews has fouled out. He hears it from this crowd. A fan favorite, big part of the program. Had one of his bigger games in the semifinal win over Portsmouth. Coach Dunham praised him in the postgame.
Yeah, absolutely. He had a couple threes, too. Nice big threes in that semifinal.
Meanwhile, free throw here for Cody. The officials are going to warn both players on the lane. That's Bishop of Trinity and Samar Garoon, the 5'10 junior for Pinkerton who just checked in a moment ago.
A little feisty in the box out.
Cody, no. Bishop is called for the foul on the rebound.
It should be no free throws on that end over there. No, that's 2 shots. Shooting 2 down there. Oh, they didn't call that on. I did not see Garoon in the area. Did you?
4 on Bishop. Both teams now in the bonus. And the junior, Samar Garoon, going to head to the free throw line to try and add his name to the championship scorers book. Seen 6 different Astros score the basketball today. Garoon trying to be the 7th, but that one goes in and out.
You got to get a little chance to warm up, right? Get him a basket here, a free throw. Tough to just come in, walk in the floor, and shoot a free throw.
Short, and then a rebound on the pinch down by Milt Pimentel. 6'2 senior getting some burn here. He's getting a rebound here, a second. Pimentel missed it. And how about 13 rebounds today for Spellman of the Astros. 63-50. Fenor going to smile as he comes into the front court. Down to 20 seconds. Pimentel harassing him. Fenor breaks free. And in 2026, it's Pinkerton's year yet again. The Astros are your Division I NHIAA boys basketball state champions as they defeat Trinity 63-50 in the state championship game.
Backcourt violation. What a win. What a huge win. Man, they play well, especially that little run they had was huge, Nick. Huge to get up by 20, and Trinity fought hard, just couldn't come back.
The big push came early in the fourth quarter. Coach Dunham's guys, as you mentioned, opened up a 20-point lead. Trinity tried to claw their way back, got as close as 9, but in the end, it's 63-50. It's another state championship victory for the Pinkerton Astros boys basketball program. They did it, as we mentioned, in 2024. They were runner-up in 2023, runner-up in 2015 when they lost by a point against Londonderry in this spot in the championship game. They were also runner-up in 2010 and runner-up in 1993 when they lost to Manchester West, the Blue Knights,
a long
last
time
championship.
ago.
All right, trophy presentation coming up here as the Astros celebrating with their fan base on the floor here in Durham. Coming over courtside. Cheerleaders, they were state champions this winter. They're here to cheer on the boys. And, well, it seemed that nobody was quite sure what to make of after the regular season. 15-3, final week before the season ended, they handed Portsmouth their lone loss. They end up as the number 4 seed. Knew it would be a tough road having to face a 14-win BG team in the quarterfinals. Then Portsmouth in the semis. They face the final boss, Trinity, here in the final round, and they pass all the tests, end up winning their 8th straight, their 19th of the season, and they are once again, under head coach Mike Dunham, state champions in Division I.
It just seemed like, you know what, they found their groove. And they shot well. They started playing really well together. Didn't make a lot of mistakes. When you shoot like that and you have guards that can, you know, with the speed of Fenor and guys like Spellman who just do all the dirty work. And, I mean, come on. He's 5'7", and he had, 13 rebounds, you said?
Yeah.
Come on, man. That's incredible. That's just
Brady,
great effort.
Brady Spellman, one of his better games, seemed to improve game in and game out.
Oh, absolutely.
Throughout the campaign, became a starter about mid-season and never looked back. And again, led all rebounders today with 13 boards. Game high 25. Pumped in once again by Josh Fenor, quickly becoming a star statewide, only in his sophomore season. Another big tournament game in a big spot for Pinkerton.
Yeah, he's scary. Big games like this, too, he's been scary. Comes up, you know, he comes out firing. He's faster than anybody on the floor from one end to the other. You can't stay in front of him. You know, as he gets stronger and becomes a better ball handler, you know, maybe plays a little bit off the ball going forward where he just catch and shoots. He gets to the basket. I mean, look out. People are in trouble next year when he comes back for Pinkerton. People are in trouble. Try and guard him.
So the runner-up medals given to Ray Farmer and Trinity. The Pioneers are going to say goodbye to 8 seniors in the offseason, but Coach Farmer, as good as they get, he'll have them back in the hunt.
Absolutely.
Before we know it.
They bought into defense, and they play good defense, right? They just ran into a team that just was, like I said, in a groove, a lot of firepower, and sometimes you can play great defense, but better offense wins. It's just the way it goes. Brady
Sullivan, 23 points, 8 rebounds. Just a double-double machine really most of the year, and one of the sturdier and hard-to-guard players statewide for
Can't figure out what hand he's going to shoot with ever, right? Left hand, right hand, ambidextrous. He uses his left hand equally as good as the right hand. And you know what's funny? Wilson Yusuf, when we've seen him play, usually gets about 20 to 25. And tonight, you know, Trinity did a good job containing him. His teammates step up, and they win by 13.
Yusuf didn't take a whole lot of shots.
He did not. He did not.
Ended up 2 for
shoot very
9
many
from
at
the
all.
field. Here's the official numbers. Fenor finishes with 25 points on 9 of 15 shooting, 4 of 7 from downtown, and also had 9 rebounds. We mentioned Sullivan, 23 points, 9 rebounds officially. Spellman, 5 points, only 10 rebounds,
Well, according to them. But you
but
know how we
7
are.
assists as well for Spellman,
Yeah, he was,
which
I
is
mean,
a team high.
All around, just good. What do they give me? He's a plus 13
Yeah.
on the floor.
Torres for Trinity in the loss, 13 points on 4 of 11 shooting, 5 of 6 from the stripe for the junior. He had a team high 8 rebounds, and Jamar Gregory Aline ends his Trinity career in double figures once again with 11 points. The rebound war was won by the team that won the game. Pinkerton 39, Trinity 35, and the turnover battle actually won by Trinity in the loss, 12-13, pretty close, no matter how you slice it. All right, the Astros are celebrating after getting their plaques. We're waiting on Coach Dunham and perhaps a player or two as well. We've got Coach right here, ready to go. He's all smiles. He's going to go up and down press row here and now join us
Shake
following a
everyone's hand.
63-50 victory. Coach, congratulations. We've been having some trouble with that headset. Can you hear us now? No?
A little bit. You're in and out.
In and
there you
out? Still nothing?
He's back. I can hear him. Give him mine.
Any better? All right, we're going to give you Justin's headset.
We're going to have the media speak with the team and coaches.
You got me now, Coach?
Got you now. Got you
Okay.
now.
Congratulations.
Thank you very
First
much.
and foremost.
Thank you very
Awesome
much.
job as usual.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You had your team ready to play.
Yeah.
You never know in front of a crowd like this how your team's going to come out, but you survived, it looked like, that first quarter, and then delivered a punch of your own in the second.
Yeah, they definitely came out and they're a little nervous. You know, none of these kids have played here before, except Selly got in the last minute of the 2024 state championship. But you could tell they were nervous in the first quarter for a little bit, but you know, they overcame it, and you know, the jitters got out, and they really shot the ball really well down the stretch.
Yeah. Defensively today. We're used to talking about the big gaudy point totals, but your club really raised eyebrows on the defensive
Yeah,
end.
absolutely. I mean, I put Brady Spellman in charge of number 23 there. I can't think of his name off the top of my head.
For Trinity, Torres.
Yeah, Torres. Jordan Torres, who's one of the best players in the state. I can't say how good of a job Brady Spellman did on him. And taking that, you know, challenge, he was unbelievable. Brady Spellman won us that basketball game. As much as the offense, he rebounded, he defended. He was absolutely awesome.
Well, that's where I let Justin take over, because that was his point the whole broadcast.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just after we're done.
Well, I got to be. He was. I even said a few times. I said, "How do you spell effort?" And you spell it with SPELLMAN.
Absolutely.
He had
Absolutely.
10 rebounds. I had him with 13, but he had 10 rebounds.
Yeah.
He had, he just did everything he needed. Glue guy.
Yeah, right. I mean, they call him a glue guy, but in practice, he's unbelievable. You know, he's making shots. He kills us in practice. He's honestly a phenomenal basketball player. And, you know, I know he's a great football player, and he's probably going to college for football, but I think he played Division III basketball without a question. He's an effort guy. He makes shots. He's been awesome. And you know, the big three: Selly, Fenor, and Wilson. You know, they've been great all year. They're great tonight. I'm super proud of all of them. And again, I just hope they enjoy this moment.
Oh, it's fantastic. And when they started pressing in the second half toward the end, you called timeout because you had a little trouble. Guys weren't doing, I think, what they were supposed to do. What did you tell them? Because they figured it out. What did you tell them over there about what they need to do?
Just taking care of the basketball and playing loose. I still had 4 timeouts left. You know, I didn't use any in the first half. I still had 5 going in the second half. So if they get in trouble, call a timeout, and they did that. Again, I think, you know, Trinity's so good. They're very well coached. They play aggressively, and again, I'm just so happy for my players and the way they competed for 32 minutes.
Well, you have a scary player as well in Fenor.
Yeah.
Congratulations
Josh Fenor
on that.
great. You know, and to bring it back to Pinkerton again for the second time in 2 years. You know, the administration's been awesome. You know, Dr. Powers is great. The ADs, Jeff Soika and Brian O'Reilly. You know, they have my back no matter what, and you know, it's just really good to be an Astro right now.
Just
Yeah,
to
keep
do
up
it,
the good work. Congratulations.
Thank
and
you.
Coach, just to do it so quickly.
Yeah.
After Marshall leaves, only 2 years later, you're right back in the same spot.
Yeah, and you know what? Kudos to the kids too. You know, they really work hard in the off season, and this group in particular. You know, they're a tight knit group. I've said it a lot. You know, they play AU together. They do all this stuff together. They hang out. It's just really fun. I'm going to miss the seniors a lot. You know, me and Wilson Yusuf and Sullivan and Ojuz and Nick Sharp and, you know, all the seniors I'm really going to miss. They're great kids, and I'm really proud of them.
Coach, congratulations.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys, for everything you do.
Can you send a couple of the seniors over?
Yeah,
We'd
absolutely.
Love
I'm going to send over Fenor, Wilson, and Sullivan.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Thank you, Coach. That, again, is Mike Dunham. I'll keep this headset on for now in case it goes out. I'd rather be the one to deal with it, frankly.
You deal well.
Pinkerton, big win today and another big season. You heard it there, a little emotion there in the voice of Mike Dunham.
I think so.
Got to be a proud moment.
Yeah, I think so. A little bit, worked up for that one.
All right, boys, congratulations.
Good job.
Congratulations all across. Fun to
Good
watch.
work.
We're going to start here with Brady Sullivan, the senior who once again fills the stat sheet. I guess we're used to that. Big on the glass, and it looked like you were looking to attack early on today. Was that correct? You were looking to be a little more aggressive on offense?
It's just big game. You got to come into it. You got to just come out the gates, hard. Just got to get to the rim, Your shot's probably not going to fall early on because it's such a big atmosphere, It's hard to play.
Right.
Hit shots early on, so just get to the rim and get comfortable into the game, and that's what I did.
And here's the age-old question. Are you a lefty or are you a righty? We've been debating all season.
I mean, I think personally I'm a righty, but I can do both, I like to get to my left, but...
Ambidexterity is what we like to call that.
There it is. This was the goal for you guys, right? You had a little
100%.
bit of a taste of this 2 years ago, checked in late as a sophomore. You rebuild, and now you're back here. How does it feel to get over the hump?
I mean, it feels amazing, I feel like everyone doubted us, Last year we had a off year, it was just all about... After that year, we just got in the gym, we all got ready, got working, we all got together, got the chemistry grew, these are my boys right here, I would play with them every day. I'm going to miss this shit.
Well, you played really well. You kind of continued on from your fourth quarter effort the other night when you really picked it up, right? Pulled your team ahead and then kind of continued that here in this game today. So good job. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah. Let's check in with Wilson Yusuf, the point guard. Looking to get other teammates involved today, but we've seen him explode. Some of our highlights have made the highlight reel
dunking
for us
machine
throughout
early,
the season.
right?
And I'll let Justin ask the first question while I try to get my headset in
today when you were playing, I noticed that you did a really good job deferring a lot to your teammates because they did a good job kind of denying you the ball, keeping it away from you, and your teammates stepped it up. Was that kind of something you were ready to do today?
Yeah, 100%. I'm just ready to do whatever the team needs. I mean, today they guarded me well. They face guarded me. That's fine with me. If you want to face guard me, I'm going to just get my teammates involved. I got 2 other all-state players with me, and you can't stop all 3 of us. Simple as that.
And that was very clear going forward. So how's this feel compared to, a couple years ago? You too. I think you got in a little bit maybe when you were a sophomore or
not even.
Were you just watching and clapping?
Yeah.
Okay, so this must be a lot better than that.
Yeah, it feels great.
Good for you. Good for you.
Who'd you model your game after with that step back?
Step back? I mean, no one really. I just watch Peyton Pritchard.
Okay.
I watch a lot of Peyton Pritchard.
I think you were going to say James Harden, but I like the PG answer even better. So, hey, congratulations. Plans next year?
Not exactly sure yet.
Still figuring it out. Options still open.
Sir.
Congratulations.
I appreciate you
Good
guys.
stuff.
Thank you. You guys are great.
Wilson
Wanted to see a
Yusuf,
dunk. I wanted to see a dunk today.
I wanted one too.
We saved the sophomore for last. Josh Fenor, he's the game-high scorer today, 25 points. I don't know where to start with you. It's been a pleasure to watch. You not only strike me as a talented basketball player, but as a competitive person. Is that accurate?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, since I was young, my family, we've always been competitive. We've always wanted to win in everything we did, so it just kind of carries over to basketball and just to whatever I do in life, honestly, just try to win at it.
Coach Dunham has said he's had his eye on you since the 7th grade.
Yep. Yeah.
So you've known Coach that long?
Yeah, when I went to Hood Middle School in Derry, he would always come to the games and show some love to me.
Scouting the 7th grade.
I know, right? Early. You got to scout early.
Yeah.
You got to go early, right? You had a play, was it end of the first half, right? End of the first half when you had the steal, and I saw you had a player, Brady Sullivan was ahead running, and I saw you looked and you ran right by him because I think you saw the clock. You're the fastest guy I've seen in New Hampshire run up down the floor from one end to the other, and I thought that was the smartest play of the first half that you made because you had to get there faster than anybody else.
Yeah, I knew I was I'm the fastest on the floor, so I was worried about the time, and I knew I could get it there myself if I just took the way.
Just such an intelligent play. And how did you guys handle it? What change of pace second half when you handled the press? What did you guys talk about in the huddle about handling the press? Because you had a little trouble early, and you figured it out.
At the start, we were kind of letting them speed us up, and we were kind of playing how they want to play. They wanted us to speed up, do turnovers, shoot bad shots. So coach just timed up to call the timeout, talked to us a little bit, got us back to the flow, and played our own game.
Well, we look forward to seeing you play again next year when you get a little bit older. Ooh, look out.
Yeah.
Look out.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'll see you guys next year.
Great
really
year.
Good
Great
stuff.
year.
Josh Fenori's a state champ. After
Indeed
a
he is.
25-point performance in the final. 63-50 is our final score. And I meant it. I think some of the interviews really gives us in the media an inside view, gives our audience a better understanding. And it really brings the human level to the sport as well. And you see the emotions from players, coaches, etc.
The kids love it, too.
This is the apex of the mountain for a lot of these kids' careers.
Oh, I think so, too. And they come on and talk to us. Now that's saved on there for in perpetuity.
Yeah.
Like they can go home, they can look at that, they can show their grandparents, their parents. Heck, they can keep it and show their kids eventually that we won the state championship. Here I was talking, and I was only, 16 years old.
Right.
That's a good thing to have, I think, for forever for these kids.
Final thoughts, not just on this one, but on championship weekend, another successful weekend by the NHIAA.
Well, I thought we saw some really good games from the women's side and the boys side. And it was just a lot of, you see a lot of angst and some sadness when people lose. But guess what? You said earlier, you have to have a winner. Right? You have to have somebody be a champion, and somebody has to not be a champion, and somebody has to lose. And that's okay. That's why we play the games. And I think the whole year went really fast.
Always
to me, it just seemed it just zipped on by. We're doing one game after a couple games a week, and then you get to the playoffs, and it's a whirlwind. But a lot of really good coaching and a lot of really high-level basketball. It's getting better. The level is getting higher, more better players.
Yep.
And I think that, competitively, you look around at other states, we're right there.
We also, not to toot anybody's horn, but the media here in New Hampshire has elevated their game over the last decade or so. Of course, what we do here at Friday Night Lights New Hampshire is just a small piece of the overall puzzle. You got a lot of volunteers, a lot of people at low pay, just giving their hours, giving their blood, sweat, and tears, for lack of a better term, to give exposure, not just in basketball, but other sports as well throughout the calendar year. So I think the growth of the independent media, along with the rising talent level, may or may not be coincidental.
No, I think you're right. I think people see the product that, like we put out, other people put out, and the coverage they get. If you look at all the cameras that are here now for a high school game, when I was a kid and I'm playing in high school, there's one guy and he worked for the yearbook or the school paper, and he's over there taking your pictures. Maybe the newspaper would be there. The regular, the TV news would never be there where I grew up. One guy, there he is taking pictures for everybody. Now, look, there's 30 people taking pictures and videos and, all over the place.
Yep.
But it really is fun to watch.
Legitimate coverage here.
And you're great to work with, by the way. Great season to work with you.
Absolutely.
And the crew, fantastic season.
Pleasure was mine. I think this is year, 4?
Yeah.
We've been running together, so good stuff there. And before we break down and distribute the props, so to speak, to our crew here, got to thank the folks on the ground that collaborated with us this weekend. That includes Mike Murphy. He's really the gatekeeper of the UNH sports department, lent out his office for us to store the equipment this weekend. So Mike, considered a friend at this point. We appreciate the ongoing annual partnership each and every March up here. Want to thank Don Boyle. Speaking of partnerships, our collaboration with the NFHS Network, once again a success, as Don Boyle and his crew working overtime, working nationwide to get a lot of different events off the ground. So we appreciate him and look forward to working with him once again moving forward. Got to thank our sponsors at Friday Night Lights New Hampshire. Another successful season. None of it happens without the underwriting support of Beals Insurance Agency.
Right.
3 locations now in Bedford, Londonderry, and Epping. Find out more at bealsinsurance.com. Our old friend Mike over at MG Sports Fundraising. Been on the ground really since day one. Start raising money for your team today. Visit MG Sports Fundraising. Jewett Construction now, 2 seasons with us. We appreciate them. and look forward to revisiting some things in the spring as well. So Jewett Construction, proud partner of ours at Friday Night Lights New Hampshire, and the good coaches over at the NEF Academy, New England Football Academy.
That's right.
NEF Academy 603, Romeo and his crew, outstanding job as always. All right, hard-working affair for the folks behind the scenes here at Friday Night Lights New Hampshire. Of course, the one guy who wasn't here this weekend, John Barron, really an integral part of our machine, so to speak.
Master of the setup,
Yes.
John Barron.
So we had to scramble a bit in John's absence, but we will look forward, obviously, to having John back later this year. And then the two that really hit 1,000 this weekend. Ian Maluski up top, up on the balcony. My man Josh Lebrecht from Manchester West. So we've got a deep roster of videographers here at FNL NH, and appreciate them filling in on the spot. And of course, the MVP of the weekend, my vote anyway, goes to Matt Beals.
I have to give it to him as well.
Who was working
No
hard
doubt.
on the scene, was here Friday, was here yesterday, was here early morning today. So Matt, great job as always in the trench behind the lens for our broadcast today. Of course, the whole thing orchestrated flawlessly once again by the man behind the curtain, the wizard of replay, our director, Ben Beals, back in the Beals Insurance Studios. For my partner, Justin Gorham, and the big man in the big chair, executive producer Steve Beals, down in the Sunshine State. My name is Nick Anastas, saying so long. Final score, final time, Pinkerton 63, Trinity 50. This has been a presentation of the 2026 NHIAA Boys Basketball Division I State Championship game here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire, presented by Beals Insurance and broadcasted in conjunction with the NFHS Network.